I forgot to start the camera, but as you can see, we doing stuff to the Mark II today. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. I forgot to start the camera. I meant to, but I have got two other cars inside the shop right now that are getting things done, so I've been kind of just focusing on that. But we got Alex today. He's installing the precious coilovers for the Mark II. Now we went with some pretty crazy specs on these. We went with the Silvers, Neomax. Huge shout out to them. I love their coilovers. They are absolutely top tier stuff. But we did, I believe they're the super low kit. And we also did, I think, what was it, 40K or 42K springs? I think we did 42K springs all around, which is gonna be crazy stiff. But let me show you a couple of other parts that we got for the Mark II. We got some front uppers for the Mark II, some adjustable front uppers, so that way we can get the correct camber for the front. I do have some rear arms on the way, because I don't think we'll be able to fit the new wheels. The Kawam bombs will fit for sure, but I think we want to fit the new wheels, and I think we're going to need some rear arms for that. The front really shouldn't even need the front control arms, but I want to be able to get the right clearance and everything. Plus my front uppers are kind of cooked anyways, so I just went ahead and bought some. We did get new wheels for the car. I absolutely love them. They're so sick. We went with some Weds Shokies. So chrome polished lip with the brushed chrome bases and the black and silver caps. All of them are super clean. Besides this one, this is like the only one that has a bad cap. But the rest are super sick. They've got gold hardware, which I think is so clean. So the fronts are 18 by 9.5 plus 28, I believe, and the rears are 18 by 10.5 plus 28. So the rears kind of sit a little chunky. They shouldn't be that far off. We should be able to get some decent low, and then we'll also have the arms as well to kind of help us clear. But Alex has been schmoovin', and we've already got one in. You can't really see it, but we've got one shock in. We still got to preload it and stuff like that. So if you want to do coilovers on your JZX, the rear seats kind of you just pull the bottom of it and they pop out of these clips right here. And then you should have 4 bolts along the side of the back part of your seat. And then you only have to remove the middle seat belt. And then the rest, it should just pull up and pop out. And then this should also slide out with it. And then your struts are right back here. So it's kind of pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Pretty quick process. And then on the front, you know, it's all self-explanatory, which I might have Alex kind of show you some stuff on the front, a little bit more in depth. You just like barely peek over the wheel. Yeah, we're gonna get these installed. I'm interested to see how the 42Ks ride. I think it's gonna be pretty crazy. I'm hoping it's not too stiff, but I think it'll be nice. Because we are planning on running pretty tight fitment. Just hoping it's not too crazy. We can only go so low in the front due to the spindles, but I mean, we're gonna see how low we can go without hitting. In other news, I want to show off a customer's car of ours. This has been a pretty good customer of ours. We are doing some pretty crazy stuff, or have done some pretty crazy stuff. So we had to drop the motor because we did some aftermarket intake manifolds. We're doing upgraded turbos, downpipes, full exhaust. Also did motor mounts, which we did whenever we did the manifolds because the new manifolds will not fit with the OEM motor mounts. So we had to do new motor mounts so that way we could get this to work. This was a huge job for us. I'm still kind of putting it back together and everything, getting it ready to put coolant in it, and then do a bunch of the relearns and stuff. But this was kind of a big project for me. Haven't done anything to this extent before, so it was kind of cool to learn. Everything's been going pretty smoothly for the most part, so I've been enjoying it, having fun. But we've also got another customer in here that we're trying to get done. It's a Toyota Solara. We're getting a full wrap on it in a white ghost flip pearl. It was silver, but we're doing the gloss or the satin white on it. It looks super sick. I love this color so much. But and then we're also doing some aftermarket speakers, new head unit, some stuff like that, as well as like a backup camera. But yeah, we've been super busy in the shop lately, so we're just kind of knocking things out. But I'm probably going to pass the camera off to Alex because I got to get some stuff done on this Mercedes, but he's going to walk y'all through some of the install on the Mark II.
What's up? It's me, Alex. I'm currently doing the coilovers and camber arms for Baker's Mark II because we've got the other customer cars in here that we're trying to get cranked out, whatnot, and he doesn't really have time to be able to work on his car, get it ready for GAT, kind of on a time crunch. This is about like only a week left till GAT. I'm gonna see if I can, walk you through. It's actually pretty easy doing all this. Like, it's not too hard to take these all out. Now the fronts, I don't know about those. I haven't gotten to those yet. But these rears, it's literally just one bottom bolt right here, and it's a 19 for the nut and the bolt. Then the top hat nuts, can't really see it, but the top hat nuts, those are 12s, and they're relatively easy. Sorry about that, I had the camera on a weird focusing setting, but anyways, like I was describing, the lower shock bolt is a 19 and the top hats are not 12s. But a cool little feature that I wanted to show or whatever that really surprised me and Baker was these TRD shocks from factory are adjustable, which is pretty cool in my opinion, and it looks like it's got a good amount of adjustability. These were set to 4. I was kind of playing with them, but these were set to 4, and I was pretty interested on what the fully stiff or 8 setting was going to feel like. I'm going to go ahead and get this other rear shock knocked out. Should be relatively quick. I can describe how I did the other side. So basically just take the lower bolt out essentially and then loosen the whole shock. And the way that these control arms are is kind of weird. So what I did was I got a pry bar right between here or here on the control arm and basically pried down. That way this shock can drop down out of the top hat. And what you do is you twist this, and there's the CV axle that's down in there, and you basically drop the shock down up the side, and then the top hat will basically just fall down and you can slide it out. Now the new Silver's Neo Max ones, those are a lot smaller, so those are a lot easier to install, and they're actually relatively light compared to other, say, coilovers, so that's a big plus. Alright, just got both the rears in. Sitting in there nice and pretty. Look at them. Look at them. All we need to do now is go ahead and adjust them. We're going to mess with the preload, mess with the height and whatnot, get those dialed in. And as you can see, we have Mr. Man himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he's trying to debacle.
The preload collar isn't coming off of the adjustment collar that easily, so I'm trying to figure out how to break them loose off of each other.
The best solution is a hammer.
Yeah, but the top one's still free spinning because it's not preloaded, so it's able to spin. So if I hit it with a hammer, it's just going to spin.
That's when you hit it with an even bigger hammer. Leave a comment if you want to see me do a mukbang. Strictly on drinks, no food. I wonder what you would call that. A suck bang. Anyways, while Baker adjusts the rear coilovers, setting preload and messing with the height a little bit, doing a little bit of the spinny spins, I'm going to be working on the front coilovers, getting those done, and the front upper control arms. Now these look like they're same sizes, whatnot, as the rear, and they actually look a lot easier to do than the rear. Uppers may be a little iffy because they're very crusty, 30-year-old Japanese car that suddenly came to America because a little American boy said, "Hey, I want a right-hand drive JDM car."
I'm gonna ruin it.
And he's going to ruin it.
Oh yeah. This freaking upper control arm to the spindle was not fun to take off. We had to bring out the ball joint separator set and beat it out, but yeah, that was not fun. He had to sit there and hit that for like a good 5-10 minutes, and it was rough.
It was being a little poopy pants.
We have gotten the strut and the upper control arm installed, so now we're gonna have to throw the wheel on and adjust what camber we need out of the upper control arm before we can fully tighten it, and then we gotta adjust the height of the shock. So still a little bit more of adjustment. We're gonna have to get the other side knocked out. This battery's almost dead on the camera, so I'm gonna have to kind of have spotty recording, but we're gonna get this knocked out real quick. While we were going ahead and taking the wheels and stuff off, I needed to fix my strobes that I have on my corner lights. They fell out a little bit ago, so we're just gonna go ahead and get these re-glued, so that way they were working again. But we gotta run and go grab some stuff, so yeah, we're gonna ride in his car. For those of you that haven't seen Alex's car, this is Alex's LS400. What suspension are you on?
None. I'm on washers.
And he is not kidding, he's actually on washers. But he sits dummy low. But yeah, I guess we're gonna take this to go get what we need. Just to give you all an idea of how low he actually is. That's his frame. Literally right, fingernail width. I'd usually prop up a camera like this. In this car, I cannot do that. So we're gonna have to hold y'all on this very fun ride. It's fun, but it gets wild, and I hit my head multiple times up here. So I have to duck down a lot of times. And he's gotten worse. He's a lot lower now.
Good. Oh, we're not. Oh,
not good.
Not good. I don't know what it is. I scrape a lot more right at this spot leaving the shop. So, Baker, I wish you'd listen.
I feel like I'm doing a Tay Wavy review right now.
We're coming up on some railroad tracks, so I'll give you a little taste on what static light is like. Get ready for this. And oh my gosh! Baker, I hope you're ready. Look, Mom, no hands. Yo. Oh my gosh!
So now we are on our way back to the shop, and we're gonna see if we can make it out of this parking spot, because he almost beached himself coming in.
Tally ho! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, Vector! Oh my god! You know, these roads are actually pretty smooth. Psych, I lied. Oh my!
Made me zoom in. All right, guys. Dang, y'all can see how bad this one's bent. Sheesh. But we are fully done. As y'all can see, we are sitting very low. Couldn't throw on the show keys just yet. The fronts fit really, really well, but the rears, they still need to go in a little bit. We also need to roll the fenders some more. We rolled these a decent bit, but it still needs a little bit of rolling. That side hasn't been rolled at all. We're gonna do that next weekend, but there will be another gap prep video for that. But we are about to drop this and just kind of see where we're at, see how she sits. All right, guys, we're about to pull the car out and drive it. We gotta go to, Abby has to go to Walmart. We're gonna see how she rides. Oh, Abby got a cool little Christmas pig. Comment down, say you love her pig right now. If you don't say you love her pig, I'm gonna be mad.
His name is Mr. Piggy. Beep, 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 beep. He's a little special.
It looks good, bro.
He got dropped on my head a few times.
I'll see you on the flip side.
That shit bouncy. I know we fully tightened up the dampening, so it's gonna ride as hard as possible. We also put a little bit more air pressure in our tires, because We were at like 30 psi all around, and camber and low psi does not mix well. You start like kind of having a lot of sway in your driving. I'm having to get used to this again because of not having the BRZ. The BRZ was low, but it wasn't like, well, it was pretty low. My diff sat super low to the ground. Same with my exhaust, but but it wasn't like super bad. And it wasn't crazy stiff either. I mean, it was stiff just due to the super lows, but not like this. This is definitely so much stiffer. But I definitely enjoy how this feels and how this rides. Thankfully, I'm not hitting my upper control arms on my frame, because that would be pretty bad.
I do that every time.
We're not scraping or anything. I do get like high centered sometimes, but we're not like scraping. I do wonder what it feels like at higher speeds, which we're about to find out, but it shouldn't be too bad. Feels pretty good though.
It does.
Also, I think I'm cambered enough that my bend isn't hitting the road, so my steering wheel isn't shaking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so far this feels pretty freaking good. I think I'm definitely unaligned. I think I can hear some tire screech, but will I go back to bags? That's the question everyone's asking. Will I, Baker, the guy who's known for being the bag man, go back to bags?
Oh shit.
Should I do it?
I mean, if you want. Oh. Okay, you need speed. You need speed.
I may or may not have done a burnout, but don't go look.
You're gonna heat it water?
I just
I'm
gotta.
gonna have to jump on the back like I did Alex.
I just gotta hit it with speed.
So you're gonna go woo!
Yeah. All right, guys. So this is how the car is currently sitting. You can kind of get a better view of it like this, but I think we can go a little lower in the front and rear, especially with how stiff we are. But I'm pretty happy with it how it is right now. I'm definitely ready to get the Shokies on it, and came out super good. I'm definitely enjoying the look of it. Oh, I also didn't even show you all my strobes. Hopefully you can see them. So we got one in this light. We just replaced the bulb up here. We've also got one in the corner light, and then we've got one in the lower grill. So during nighttime, it definitely looks a lot better. We turned the lights off in the shop earlier when we did it, and it looks super good then. So it's definitely gonna be fun using those in GAT and just kind of mobbing around with friends. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you, Alex, for all the help this weekend. What a G. Y'all will be seeing him in the next video. Next weekend, he's coming back down, and we're gonna be GAT prepping with all the boys. We got the boys from Utah coming down, which is gonna be super cool. They're gonna mob up to GAT with us Monday morning. They usually come down before GAT just so that way we can hang out and they can kind of take a break in between the drive. But we'll see them probably Saturday morning, and then we'll hang out with them Saturday and Sunday, and then we will be leaving Monday at like 4 a.m. to head up to GAT. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna get this dude's car ready as well. So a bunch of content next weekend, and all of, not next week, but the week after. It's gonna be so fun. I'm excited for GAT. But until then, I will see y'all next weekend.